let me show you what I've done here. Now, do you know why I've staggered them that way? If these are all in a line, it might want to do this or do this. This one fights that one fights this one. So I stagger them, so I don't have a straight line of dowels. Are you with me on that? Okay, she's marking them. And then back here, where I do this, and then this comes out here like so. I do the same thing. I have one here, one here, one here, and one here. And before I glue these up, I would have this cut out. I have this cut out. But I'll go ahead and do all of this for you and show you how I freehand cut that. No. Just take your square, and where I marked it, just mark a line there, okay? And then extend this line so that I have that. No, just this far. In other words, here, see, here. And then just extend this line like that. That's all I need.
I understand.
And then I'll show you here what I've done. I'm going to drill these, and this goes in. So what I do, I turn it over this way, and I'll drill these holes, and this is flat. And then on the other, where it goes this way, I lift that up and drill the hole. And I do it real scientifically. I use a yardstick and put under here, and that gives me the exact 3 degrees that I need. And, but I've never had any training. I just do it the way I think I ought to do it. And sometimes I'm correct, and sometimes I'm not. Roz is very, very good about ordering, and with me, I think I'm a little timid, and I'll say, well, I'll do it for you. It won't take long, and all. But Roz will say, there's a 3-year wait or 4-year wait, and there are 40 people ahead of you. And some of them get awful teed off at me for not. They think I knock this stuff out, 10, 12 pieces a day, but we don't. A rocking chair will take us. I can put a rocking chair together, all ready to be shaped in about 2 days. That's without the rocker on them. But every morning, I have all the slats cut, and I have a form. I take 2 pieces of plywood and glue them together like that. And then I make my form so that, let's see, how does that go now? About like that. And that'll be my form for my rockers. And this is all I need. All I need is this lower part. And then I lay my wood on here like so. And on walnut, I put a piece of ebony in between, just really for looks. And then I take these, and I take my hand, and I squish these in. And then I put a clamp here, here, here. I use about 18 clamps on that. And then, but on this side here, on the lower side, where this comes up like so, I have aluminum pieces on the other side so that it doesn't fall through. In other words, do you get what I mean? Here would be the pattern, and I'm going to glue against this. So I have aluminum ends coming out so it doesn't drop down below that. And then I'll use about 20 clamps. And we do one every morning and every evening, you know, because I have orders for, I don't know, maybe 100 rockers, and I just do it, and I'll do them in maple, I'll do them in walnut, I'll do them in rosewood, I'll do them in zircote, and or whatever, macassar ebony, but they can't keep up with it, but we just clamp them up, and they're very rough, the glue's on it, and I don't like to run them through my jointer, so I take and cut all the glue that's on the edges on my bandsaw, run them over the jointer, run them through the planer, and then I go ahead and shape the rocker and put those on. And I usually do that after the boys leave because they're working on them and all. But then I jump to, I think right now in the shop I have about 40 pieces that I'm working on. I go from one to another. I hop around, and that way if a client comes in and asks me how the piece is going, I'll say, well, that one over there belongs to you. and they, oh, Sam, you're great. How long will it be? But I don't tell them how long it'll be. And all. So I have to live to be 110 before I complete. I keep taking orders, and I guess I think it's going to keep me alive longer. And all. I don't know. But I work 6 days a week, about 10 hours a day. So I work about 60 hours a week in my shop, and I love it. Once in a while, well, no, Beverly always comes in and wants me to take a rest in the afternoon, or Roz is really bossy, and when she tells me to do something, I do it, and all. But what I'm going to do here now, there'd be a hole. Well, you know what? We ought to drill these holes so that, here, let me, let's see now, how do we have this? This is 3 here. Let's drill those holes so that we don't waste this wood. We could do it afterwards, but I'd rather do it now, okay? And then, yeah, let's clamp this up again. I want you to see how I cut these out on the bandsaw. Let's just bring this, let me bring that up a little bit. Can you? Okay. See, I have to line these up here. You have to be very careful that this all lines up, or it'll throw you completely off. Okay. And then, do you have a yardstick that I can have? Okay. Ugh. It makes it quite easy. I should have brought my patterns along, but I didn't. And, okay, take the pencil there. And I'm going to hold it here.
Outside of the stick?
Yeah, And then when you're on the outside, right on the edge. Okay. Okay, mark it deep. Okay? All right. And then here, let's mark this over here. Is that on the line there?
Yes.
Okay? Okay, then mark the line there too. You know.
Oh, on the inside.
On the inside, okay?
Do you want the half-inch line also?
No. You mark that and then find the center of that and set, in other words, here. Come in from both sides so that you know you're pretty where it is. Measure it there like that. Do this. Then find the center of that. Now mark all of these from the top. That way when you drill them, they'll all be even.
Okay.
So here, do this from the top.
Okay.
But mark the line all the way through first. Okay? And then do that from the top. You have to mark them all from one side or you're going to have them go up and down on you, okay? While she's doing that, I'm going to cut a couple arms out for you. See, I save all these little pieces. See here, look at. I can make one of these little bottom things all. So I save my scrap. Now, this is going to be an arm. You see how I cut it here? And I want it to curve. I'd have to use about a 3-inch piece of wood to do what I want to do. And that's an awful lot of waste of wood. So I'll show you what I do. This saw is one of the new Deltas, and it works very well. I like the way it cuts. I happen to have I have a big Delta like this, and I have a 14-inch. And then I have an Anagazi. It's an Italian company, and they gave me a 36-inch one and a 24-inch one and a 14-inch one, so I couldn't say no to it. And but I don't advertise on it. This one has a slight curve on a 2-inch piece of wood, the same thickness as this, but I want a real nice big curve. you see I have a beautiful curved arm this way. You want to glue that together for me?
Sure.
And just so that this is even here, forget about the other, but it wants to be just like that.
Glue the whole thing.
Yeah, these two together like that, okay? I do many different kinds of arms, but let me show you how I do that. What I'm going to do is never do it. I mean, it's very dangerous. You could cut a finger off, you could cut a hand off. I didn't know any better when I did it, and nobody told me that I shouldn't do it, but so I do it. But just don't ever do what I'm going to do now. But you see here how the grain runs, so I'm going to take this out, and I'm going to make an arm of it. And before I saw it, I go up to the chair that this goes on, and I cut this to fit the back perfectly. So I have the angle, and then I put a little a pointed, I don't know, dowel center, and I hit it so that I know where I'm going to put my dowel, and I drill that. But it fits onto the chair perfectly before I start doing what I'm doing, okay? And I don't have to mark them or anything. I know what I'm going to do, I think. See what I have here like that. I'll show you how I can do this. I can have this arm finished in 5 minutes, ready to go on the chair. But don't do what I did. I mean, when you use the bandsaw, you should have a flat surface. You should never do what I did. And no one had told me differently, but you get into an awful lot of trouble. I did something foolishly the other day, though, about 6 months ago. I don't know why I did it. I was leaving the shop, and there was something on the bandsaw, and I just took it. It was just a little piece of wood, and the blade was up high. You never want the blade over a half an inch above your work, but here I have to do it because I'm cutting in here. But I picked up this piece of wood, and I went like that, and I took 21 stitches across my knuckles. I took part of my thumb off, and fortunately it did hit the bone. but they took 21 stitches in it, and it was the stupidest thing, but that's how accidents happen, just stupidity and all. But I've lost, well, these two on the jointer many years ago. The ligament went clear down into there, and they thought I was going to have a claw hand, but it healed, and they drafted it, and I still have a blister here. But it's very sensitive, so I can use that to touch things I know they're like for calipers. And then on this hand, I have all my fingers except my thumb. You see here, I did the same thing. I was leaving the shop, and there was a piece of wood on the table saw. And, I turned it off, and I went like that with the wood, but I cut part of my thumb off. And but you have to be very, and all these accidents happen when you're not working. Shaped it pretty much the way I want it. And it'll just take me a couple of minutes to finish it up. I use the round over on the Sureform. This is flat, and I can't do what I want it to do. But that's pretty much the way the arm comes out. But I go further than that. And,